EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to Foxborough, Massachusetts, where the keeper of the light sounds the fog bell to signal that it is indeed time for football inside Gillette Stadium. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the New England Patriots. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. These guys flew across the country for this one. Always tough to play in the early slate of games when making that trek. On the other side, it's Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. Men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway in Foxborough. Shifts by him. And he is out of bounds as they'll start past the 30. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And the talented young man took over as the full-time starter week 6 of last season. Showed a ton of promise as a rookie, despite having minimal help around him. His talent and potential, vast. I expect him to have a huge second year in the NFL.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jermaine Pratt fighting in and dropping him for the loss.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
So a tough early challenge here, second and long after the sack. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. From the shotgun, May with it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they are able to keep the football, but now fourth down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
So on fourth down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. Punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
And how about Geno Smith? The number of times we've looked at his career and said, here's something new for him. And that's exactly what we're talking about with his move to Las Vegas after 5 seasons in Seattle. Over 70% last season completion percentage. And the Raiders, they definitely need that type of efficiency in Vegas.
And right away, he lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on second and long. Now it's Smith. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Jacoby Myers, the intended receiver, and it's third down. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down. They snap it to Smith. He'll try to do it himself. He lets it go deep from there. It's caught inside the 25. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. Fourth down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a first down, but a big play as well.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Raheem Mostert scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Raiders are on the board here first in the season opener. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Patriots making their way back out, and they have had a number of uniforms through the years, going back to the Pat Patriot days and even before that. And now here they are in their NFL rivalry-inspired combo, dubbed the Nor'easter. If you look closely, you can see the 6 stars around the neckline. That's in homage to both the 6 states of New England, Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, Connecticut, Rhode Island, and Massachusetts, as well as the Patriots' 6 Super Bowl titles. Hustling through to break that play up, Max Crosby. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's May. And the Raiders have got him. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Here is 3rd and quite a ways. From the gun, it's May. Short pass caught by Henry. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Returnable here from the 38. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Gino. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Pass complete right side to Bowers. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
21 more yards. That's another Las Vegas first down. First down.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Brock Bowers, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this week 1 contest. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, he shifts past him. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And the drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And he stopped immediately there. Max Crosby, the one who got in there for the stop.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw, it's May. Setting up a screen for Stevenson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now May on the sneak. And he will have a Patriots first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 30.
To the air, May. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Here's 3rd and 9. They'll throw with May. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Pulled in at the 24. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Speedster Raheem Mostert and the rest of this offense out to start the drive. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Throwing now is Geno. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Smith. He'll try and do this himself. Now he's going to throw deep right side.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, Smith. He'll try to do it himself. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 31-yard line.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Geno down to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Christian Gonzalez. And the Pats are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something. Being shut out right now, they could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
At the 19-yard line.
Throwing here is May. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
They'll throw now on the final play. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Our trip around the NFL starts now, and it starts with a good one in the AFC West. Okay, Brandon, thank you. Today is the day we've been working towards all summer, the debut of our new halftime show. So without further ado, let's roll. And this one, I'm not quite sure what to make of this. He only had 1 catch in the game, but it was this one, and it counted. From there, why don't we go to South Philly, look in on the Eagles as they're hosting the Dallas Cowboys. And this is Devontae Smith. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. The Eagles begin their title defense with a victory in the season opener. And time now for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the NFL. In the game you're watching, we saw a couple of touchdowns in the first half. 14-0 is the score as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 26-yard line.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 53 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Off of play action, here's Smith. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Play action, it's Smith. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Smith. Now he'll tuck this and run. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 42. A 3rd down gain of 19.
A gain of 19 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He lets it go deep from there. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
To the air again, Smith. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Christian Barmore in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Here we go on 4th. Smith. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
First down. 1st and goal, Raiders.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
Here's Mostert. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Raheem Mostert, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a toss play there does the trick as he's into the end zone.
And you don't run this unless you're sure you've got a guy who has the speed who can get to the edge, because what you're hoping for him to win the race to the corner and turn it upfield to the end zone.
Carlson on for the PAT. And it is now 21-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. Looking to put a drive together. Here's May. Checking this down to Stevenson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First down.
They go play action now. May. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. A 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Foxborough. Looking to throw. May. Under pressure and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Gun now on 3rd down. Short pass caught by Henry. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it'll be 4th down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 74 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left for being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Raheem Mostert with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Raiders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week one is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0.
Patriots nothing.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. They juked him. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. New England trying to get a place on offense.
30-yard line.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
19, Tiger,
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. On first down, it's Genty. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Patriot offense back out, getting set to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Throwing here, Dobbs. A quick hitter, complete. It's Stevenson. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
A gain of 2.
Now Dobbs. And the Raiders have got him. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And they will take over first and 10. The Raiders offense and Raheem Mostert making their way out. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards.
Still first down.
And they will take a knee here. And they take a knee. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.
So for Las Vegas, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for New England, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gunn. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.